We have another Dixie to tell our audience about this morning. Love is in the air at the Kansas City Zoo, so what could you love more than adorable baby animals? Christine introduces us to Dixie the baby giraffe.
It's time to talk about the biggest celebrity here at the zoo. Obviously, we're talking about the new baby giraffe. Kristen is here with us. People are going nuts about this giraffe.
They are. She's really, really cute, so there's a lot to love about her already.
A lot of people have been asking, the giraffe when it's born drops a distance. It doesn't hurt them though, right?
No, that actually helps to wake them up when they're born. So mom gives birth standing up, and mom is about 14 feet tall, so that's quite a distance to the ground, but that kind of wakes the baby up, and then they'll kind of be sitting up and starting to get to their feet within the first hour after they're born.
And you said this baby was smaller than normal, or?
She is a little on the tiny side, so we did a neonatal exam 3 days after she was born just to make sure she's healthy, and at that time she weighed about 105 pounds, and she's about 5 feet tall at that time. And she's growing a little bit every day, so she's a little bigger than that, but still kind of on the tiny side.
When do they start like walking and standing on their own?
Very, very quickly, because in the wild they have to get up and get moving, or else predators are going to come after them and eat them. So it's within an hour after they're born that they'll really be standing, and she's a little wobbly during those initial first hours on that first day, but she got her legs under her pretty quick, and now she's kind of running around in the stalls and really exploring and going off on her own a little more.
Fun twist here, this baby is not their first. Her mom was actually born here too.
She was back in 2012. Her mother Lizzie was our baby in 2012, so it's pretty exciting, couple generations.
When can people see her? We all want to see her.
Yeah, it does have to be warm. They're a very cold sensitive animal as it is, and then with the baby, she's going to be a little more sensitive to the cold, so we're waiting until it is 60 degrees and sunny for a good majority of the day, so it will be a little while into the spring, but for now everyone can go to our website and look at our webcam, and you can see her back in her holding stall in the Plains barn, and she is really, really cute. She runs around. Like I said, she's exploring, and mom's kind of checking on her all the time, so there's plenty to see with her just back in the barn.
And get this, giraffes are pregnant for 15 months. And it's actually difficult to tell if a giraffe is pregnant until the final few months of their pregnancy. Christine has more zoo babies to come, so stick around. Let's check back in with Christine, who stopped by the Kansas City Zoo to introduce us to another one of the zoo's newest residents.
We're getting ready to see baby Otis, the otter. I'm so excited. Tanaya is here with me. This is for you every day, but for me, I'm like super geeked to see a baby. Tell me a little bit about Otis.
Okay, well, Otis was born August 27th, so he will be almost 6 months, come February 27th, so we're super excited about his first birthday. You'll notice he kind of pretty much looks like one of the adults now.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he's not that old. The best way to recognize him is he has cute little poppy eyes. So that's how you can figure out which ones he is.
So keep your eye out for the poppy eye.
Yeah.
I like that.
We get a lot of questions about which ones we thought there was a baby, but yeah.
But Otis is a big deal because this is your first baby otter.
Yeah.
And normally there are more, right?
Yes, parents can have anywhere from 1 to 6 pups. The survivability rate of one pup is very slim, so the fact that he's grown up and he's doing well is super great. We're very happy about that. Yeah.
So right now it seems like he's running around doing everything on his own, but that wasn't the case early on. What do mom and dad do for him?
When they're young, they're completely dependent upon their parents. So the mother will provide the milk and the warmth, and a lot of times the dad will search for nesting material for their nest box. And then as he gets a little bit older and they start to explore, they actually have to teach their young how to swim. And a lot of times they're not too thrilled about that. So it's a lot of encouragement from the parents. They pretty much teach him how to dive, hold his breath. And a couple of times even the mom had to, really pull Otis in the water because he was like, I'm not going in there.
Yeah,
So
but now he seems to like it. Baby Otis, you have to come see him. I love him already.
Baby Otis is an Asian small-clawed otter, and these otters are the smallest of their species. And a little later, Christine is checking in with Dusty, the newest orangutan. He may not be the youngest one, but he certainly is one of the cutest. We're not talking about Jetpack, although he is pretty cute. You can stop by the Kansas City Zoo and not see what Dusty is up to. Christine fills us in on why.
Get ready to question probably what you've been saying for a long time. Courtney is here with us to spoil it for us. People say orangutan, but it's orangutan.
They do. I think orangutan is a lot more fun to say, but the proper way is actually to say orangutan.
I'm so curious as to how that even started, but I grew up saying that until I came here. Now it's orangutan. And we're going to talk about one. Dusty is one of our favorites. Almost 2 years old now.
That's right. He was born in May, a year and a half ago. He's about a year and 8 months old, so this coming May he'll be turning 2.
And what's interesting about him is that he's still very dependent on his mom, right?
He is, right. They stay with their moms until they're about 8 to 10 years old in the wild, and so it's pretty similar at the zoo. He depends on her. Every time they move around to travel, he'll climb on her and travel with her. And he's still learning all kinds of things from her, so he's watching what she's doing and learning how to interact with the other orangutans and that sort of thing.
Speaking of learning, what are some qualities you're seeing or characteristics right now?
He's becoming a lot more independent, so he does, like I said, still depend on Josie at times, but whenever things are kind of laid back and they're all just doing their own thing, he's venturing farther and farther away from her. He's exploring new foods. He is definitely interacting with the different ones in his group, and it's really interesting to see because he has kind of a wide variety of ages in his group. So he's in with Grandma, and he also is in with his mom, Josie, and then he's with his half-sister also, and he interacts with each one of them.
We love Dusty.
And now that Dusty is old enough, his training is in full swing, pun intended. A place to feel the love today is also the Kansas City Zoo. Christine is introducing us to their newest and cutest new residents, and there's one more to go.
We are in the presence of a king penguin, that is. Cheyenne is here with us. This is exciting. This is King Louie, the penguin.
Yes.
What's interesting, you actually got him as an egg, like an egg came here.
Right, we did. So we traveled to St. Louis Zoo. They were nice enough to donate an egg to us. And then right downstairs here at Kansas City Zoo, we incubated him. He hatched out, lived in a little brooder. And then as he grew bigger, he got bigger spaces, and now he lives out here in this temporary playpen until his adult feathers come in and he can join the rest of the colony.
Yeah, explain that a little bit. So he can't get wet, or what happens?
Right, so he can't get wet. As you can see, he's incredibly fluffy. So all that means is it keeps him nice and warm, and then whenever it's time, in about 9 months to a year, he'll get those adult feathers, which means he still has some downy feathers, keep him warm, but those adult feathers are nice and waterproof. So then he can swim with everyone else and things like that.
Is he as big as he's going to be, or will he keep growing?
Oh, he will keep growing, yeah. So we're still feeding him 3 times a day. He's right over 11 kilograms, so he's still pretty big, but still has some room to grow. And then he has, I don't know, say about 6 inches taller to go, and he's going to keep on putting weight.
Is it normal for you guys to get eggs like that, or is this a weird situation, or I guess not a weird, a cool situation?
It was a great situation. It is the first egg that we've ever been donated, so it was wonderful that Louie was able to hatch out from that. So it's been a really cool experience for all of us here at Kansas City Zoo to get to see him grow from day 1 all the way until now. Our older kings have come over and kind of look at him, and he's looked at them. They've chatted back and forth, and now he's just here, and they know that he's here, and they're all just hanging out.
The Kansas City Zoo is open year-round. Today's a great day to go. It's nice and warm out.